Hi, I'm Pastor Billy Brath, Lutheran Church Extension Fund Vice President of Ministry Solutions, here for another ministry moment to help your ministries move forward according to God's will. Stewardship Sunday. Do you cringe a bit when you hear that phrase? Did your family just happen to skip worship that weekend? Ever worry that a visitor would show up that Sunday and think that all your congregation talks about is money? This is our second video in our series on stewardship. This week, we will talk through ways to thread stewardship teachings in all of your congregation's regular ministry life, instead of making it the focus of one Sunday a year. To begin, I want to point you back to last week's video. Stewardship is about more than money. It's what God's people do. They manage what He has entrusted to them. This important teaching should be regularly discussed with your leadership. Remind one another that serving as leaders in a congregation is an act of stewardship, choosing to use one's God-given time to serve His church. From there, let's look at some ways to thread stewardship into regular church ministry life. First, and if you have seen Ministry Moments before, you know what's coming, form a little task force or ministry team. If you have a stewardship board, use them, of course. They can continually assist in rethinking ways to thread stewardship teachings and encouragement into regular ministry life. Second, in worship, have a regular stewardship moment. You certainly can rename it, but for now, here's what I mean. Lift up stories of good stewardship in your congregation. Perhaps it's the youth group taking time during their lock-in to do a service project, or how the men's group pooled their dollars and time to help a member fix up their home, or celebrating those special members who devote so much time and energy behind the scenes to keep ministry moving, or even a story of someone taking time at work to sit with a coworker in need. Point out that stewardship choices like these are how the Lord works through us, guided by the Spirit, making choices to use our lives to serve others. Note on timing, separate this from regular announcements, perhaps share around the offering time. This will allow you to direct praise at Jesus, not the steward. We give thee but thine own. Third, in life application teaching moments, in a sermon, Bible study, or one-on-one, point out the stewardship choice. You don't have to proclaim, and now here is the stewardship choice. Rather, continually remind folks that the Lord has entrusted to them everything they have, relationships, passions, talents, stuff, family, memories, their very lives, all to use for His purposes. So instead of WWJD, think, what does Jesus want you to do with what He's given you? Okay, that's not going to fit on a bracelet, but you get what I mean. Intentionally lead folks to the stewardship choice. Fourth, remind the congregation that collectively, as church, God has given you ministries to steward. More on this in a future video in this series, but for now, when announcing upcoming ministry opportunities, weave in the reminder that what we do as church, using resources collectively, is stewardship together. And finally, back to where we started. Help your leaders be good stewards. Regularly discuss how they are using their lives and everything entrusted to them in service to the Lord, His church, and His world. This will not only help them be examples to others, but it will also hone your and their ability to talk about stewardship in ways beyond just money. Although don't skip the money part. More on that in a future video as well. Stay tuned. If you would like to learn more or talk further about good stewardship in your congregation, we are here to help. Please connect with your LCEF District Vice President or email us at ministry.solutions@lcef.org.